Well, the Broncos are back, but in a different way, David. Last season was a bit different. We had to win one of our last 3 games just to sneak into the playoffs, go on the road, and meet these pesky Bills. But this year's a little different. Number 1 seed at home. We had the AFC West locked up already, closed out the number 1 seed, and 13 days to prepare for the Bills. The Bills have had 6 days. David, this isn't the same game as it was last year, is it?
No, man. Nah, we're a much better team. We still have some flaws, I think, like any team right now that's still left, but this is a strong team that has the advantage being at home this time around. And Bo Nix is not playing in his first playoff game anymore. So I'm going to go out on a limb right now.
Don't go out on any limbs yet.
I'm so excited to see this team play because this can rewrite the narrative on Bo Nix.
I believe you're right. The Bills, like I said, have had 6 days to prepare for this game. And a tough physical game against the Jags, man. They got the crap beat out of them, and hats off to them for winning. Just a really tough game and a pretty tough environment. I was surprised down in Jacksonville, and Josh Allen once again proved that he can go. I'm not going to say the name of a previous Broncos quarterback that you may have heard of, but he did that. He channeled his inner Superman self. Even though the Broncos have had 13 days to prepare, our coaches, VJ, Davis Webb, Jim Leonard, Darren Rizzi, all interviewing for jobs. Do you think for a second that Sean Payton has let that affect this team's preparation for this game?
No, I don't think so. I think, again, when you got a guy maybe like John Fox, you can see John Fox letting some things slip through the cracks, right? Sean Payton's not really that type of guy. So it's hard for me, like, if we were to not get the job done on Saturday, which I don't foresee, but let's just say it happens, I don't think it's going to be because of the game plan, even though it would be criticized. I think it's going to be the one thing I'm worried about is, are we going to be able to match and exceed Buffalo's level of physicality? Because they're already hardened from that battle they had against the Jaguars, like you said. Okay, it might take us a little bit to wake up. I hope it doesn't. But even though Buffalo, they're all bandaged up, being held together by tape and glue, they know the level of physicality that they have to bring. We've had a little bit of time off, so I'm hoping that there isn't a ramp up period with that.
There's two battle-tested teams, honestly. The Broncos with all their one-score games, their late comebacks, their physical wins. The Bills certainly were tested last week. Something to keep in mind, Sean Payton is 4-0 coming off the bye in playoffs. He has never lost a playoff game when he's had a bye in the playoffs. I think that's big. I think that speaks to his preparation and getting a team ready. So I don't have any worry about the Broncos not being ready. He's going to have them fired up. And it's the playoffs. It's the Bills. It's a revenge game. If this team needs motivation to play this game, I'd be shocked. Josh Allen has been to 8 playoff games. He's won 8 playoff games. He's never been to the Super Bowl. So certainly they're going to be motivated too. I get that. But this is a different matchup. Sean Payton today was talking about how he was just finishing up his press conference and he was getting ready to go watch, I think he said 11 seasons worth of red zone plays. Okay. So this is a guy who's going to have this team ready, and red zone, we're going to get into that later, guys. Don't worry, is going to be a big key to this game. So I don't think I'm too worried about now a fast start. The Broncos are not fast starters. So weather that initial storm, keep it close, and then they start to tire because they're on a short week and they're at altitude, and the Broncos are completely healthy and rested. I think that could be more of a difference maker than, say, maybe having a little bit of a slow start.
Yeah, now that you're bringing this up, I'm trying to think of like going back to this regular season. I know we've seen the Broncos come back so often in the second half, or we've seen it be a close game at halftime
Mm-hmm.
and then they pull away. I'm trying to think, like, have there been any games this year where we've gotten off to a substantial lead by halftime and then we've just had to like finish the job? Like, how big was the lead against Dallas? Or was that still like, a one score game or so, like at halftime? I would love for us to get off to a fast start against Buffalo, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that's like kind of the one situation with maybe this team doesn't have a lot of experience in kind of keeping the foot on the gas. If
Well, we haven't seen them do that.
Yeah.
And the times that and I've said this before, when the Broncos seem like they just drive down the field and score, they let the other team drive right back down and score. I mean, it's one of those weird things with VJ's defense where they do really well when we need those critical stops at the end of games, but during the game it can be very frustrating when you go up 7 or 13 points and the next thing you know it's a 3-point lead. Now, they don't really give up a lot of leads. They have, but certainly at 14-3, it's pretty easy to trace back the games that they lost. The Jaguars game was not really ever in our hands, I thought. But the other two certainly were, and it took almost miracles and a bad ref call to lose one of those. So confidence level based on getting out to a lead, I mean, I'd love to see it be 21-6 at the half. That would make me feel pretty darn good, but I'm not sure I see the game going that way. I like this. Let me get to this Tanner comment. He says the Jags gave a blueprint. Outside runs are there. Yeah, the Broncos definitely should be attacking the perimeter on this game. Now, Buffalo has. I'm going to be generous and say they have a not very good run defense. But to say that the Broncos have a good running game would be a big stretch. However, with Jaleel and RJ, they could attack that perimeter with little swing passes and some tosses. I like that comment from Tanner. What are your thoughts on the run game against that defense? Now, last thing I'll add before you answer this is, Sean loves to dictate time of possession and have these 8-minute drives, limit Josh's, opportunities. The Bills average 33 minutes a game. I mean, they are time of possession kings. So it's kind of a battle of two coaches wanting to do the same thing. But this perimeter game,
Yes.
important,
Marvin
right?
Mims.
Yeah, and of course Marvin too.
Yeah, as he's bringing up, like, he needs to be a factor in this, and I'll go back to what I said earlier this week, I think on Monday with Horsepower Hour. I feel like definitely Jaleel McLaughlin's the safe option to go with, like, in this game. Like, I think we're talking about the outside zone, like, those types of runs. I think he can do that well, okay? I think what you're gonna get with Jaleel. RJ, some of the advanced statistics has shown that, man, he has actually struggled on these outside looks throughout the season from a yards per carry point of view. But I still think, Mike, that if you're talking about somebody who has the potential to win you a game, I think RJ Harvey's still that guy over Jaleel McLaughlin. So I would still like to see, like, RJ get some early looks and at first and see, and then if you need to go off and settle things down, you can go to Jaleel. But yeah, in this game, maybe that's just me. I want to play the aggressive approach. The RJ Harvey against this defense, if he can capture a little bit more of that that ceiling, that potential that we know he can become at running back, he's got the ability to win this game for us.
He does, and he's, I think, the second leading scorer on the team, which is crazy. So Lutz would be our top scorer, kickers normally are, and then it would be RJ, points per game, 12 touchdowns. The thing about the Buffalo Bills are giving up 5.1 yards per carry right now, and which is Jaleel's average yards per carry. So I could see him getting 6 or 7 yards a carry against these guys. So I would like to see more than 8 carries for the guy. And I'm not in any way arguing against RJ doing the RJ things, the swing passes, maybe some zone read cutbacks or whatever. But the last 2 weeks, he's averaged 2.4 yards per carry. He's in a bit of a slump, to say the least.
Yeah.
And then last year in the playoff game, the Broncos only ran the ball 13 times for 36 yards. Like, we cannot do that, right? We need to run the ball.
I think Bo Nix only had like 21 passing attempts too. I mean, Buffalo just dominated the time of possession.
41 minutes time of possession. The Broncos had no chance of getting that offense going. And you're right, Bo needs to run the ball in this game for sure.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to see when you go and look at his stat line last game against Buffalo. I think he was like, 11 of 21 for like 115 yards or something dumb like that. That is not the Bo Nix performance we're going to get this week. It's just not. So, yeah, I think you want to have those long drives, play time possession, and most importantly, Mike, Sean Payton, don't do what all these dumb coaches are doing right now in the playoffs, going for it all the time. Take the points. Take the points when you got the defense when you're at home. Take points when you can get points.
Points could be at a premium in this game. We saw a lot of that last weekend in the wild card rounds. A lot of failed fourth downs, a lot of not taking the points when they were there, and teams losing by those amounts that they could have had. I mean, those are just big point swings, especially when you go for it, don't get it, and then they allow the other team to swing to score. It could be a 10-point swing because you give up a field goal and then you give up a touchdown. All of a sudden, huge momentum swing too. I know some people don't believe in that, but that's a great point, David. The points, if they're there, you got to take them. And these are two quarterbacks who are fourth quarter quarterbacks, so they're very much alike in that way. You've got Josh Allen who puts on a Superman cape and just makes things happen at the end of the game. Bo does the same thing. You can't, I guess you can't game plan too much around that kind of stuff. I think both teams might spy the quarterbacks. But although Josh Allen is probably the best at just willing his way into the end zone, Bo Nix, no slouch. It's time to let it go, right? It's time for Sean to let Sean go, Bo do Bo things maybe a little bit earlier than the fourth quarter, depending on the score.
Yeah. I want to see some bootlegs. I like those, I guess they're kind of like sprint rollouts, or maybe they're RPOs that he's running, but I don't know how they title them. But I would like to see, just get him moving, get his legs moving. And just most importantly, do this from under center. Okay. Of course, like bootlegs and stuff. He is so much more in rhythm when he's taking the majority of snaps under center.
Isn't that crazy though? Coming from a pistol type RPO thing, that he's really become a great play action RPO, play action pass. It just works. It keeps the linebackers in. It forces them to respect the run. Even if the run's not working, you can still open up the passing game by doing that. And to be honest, the Bills defensive backs kind of scare me. That's a really strong group for them. They are at the top of the league in pass defense.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they're at the bottom of the league run defense. That tells you a lot. Like, we're going to have to run the ball.
Yes.
And I think Bo's going to have to take a few shots in this game. I mean, he's going to have to sling it. You can't just sit back and wait to win this game against Josh Allen and those guys, with or without all his wide receivers. They're gonna have to make some plays.
It's a legacy building game. For Bo Nix, man.
Here we go.
It is. It is. With Eli's question here, how many trick plays do we think Sean pulls out? I don't know. I would say I bet he's got a couple.
Yeah. He's gonna have a few. He's had 13 nights and days to draw up and practice these trick plays. I mean, I hate the term trick play, but it kind of is accurate with him. I hope he doesn't get too crazy with a backwards pass to
do not have RJ Harvey throw the ball again.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Want to see that.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him pull out something with Mims or RJ, just not somebody else passing the ball. If we could skip on that part of it. I don't know if they'll do a fake punt or something like that, but I wouldn't rule that out. That scares me.
Yes.
You know, we've got like a lot of things going for us that would kind of makes me not want to do that too. I know we complain about our wide receivers a lot. We complain about their yards after the catch, but the Broncos are actually 5th in the league in yards after catch. They average 128 yards after catch a game. You just wouldn't think that. It's because the narrative gets thrown around about how the wide receivers aren't getting it done, but they kind of are. Now, even though the Bills have the #1 passing defense, they like to mix coverages a lot, but the Broncos have the O-line to give Bo time. Like, they're not a great pass rush team, and I don't know if Oliver's playing yet. I don't know if that's been decided. Last I looked, he was still questionable. Now they have Poyer and their cornerback Harrison are definitely out. Shavers is out. That running back Ty Johnson, who's really good in pass pro, he is likely out. And then, like I said,
he made like one of the most insane catches I've ever seen.
Yeah. Another one we got to watch too on defense. And I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but like Brandon Cooks was the one that made that clutch catch to seal the game for the Bills against the Jags. So even though they're down to maybe 3 wide receivers, they still have the tight ends and they still have a 1,600-yard running back. So does this game come down more to stopping Cooks and Josh Allen from running all over the place, or does it come down more to stopping the pass game? If you had to choose one, I guess.
It's got to be Cooks, man. It's got to be Cooks. You got to stop Cooks. You stop Cooks, okay, maybe they're still able to score, but they're not dominating the time of possession. That's how I see it, man. And I had another thought. This is just a random thought. I have to hit on this, Mike, before I forget. These trick plays, you might have one set up for the red zone because, and this is how I'll tie it back to James Cook. Whatever team is better in the red zone, I mean, this isn't rocket science, think they win this game. We have had struggles over the last few weeks scoring in the red zone. Yeah. If you can stop James Cook in the red zone, I like how our secondary matches up against their weapons, even their tight ends. I think we can do it, but we cannot allow James Cook to look like the best running back in the NFL this week. That can't happen.
No, we can't. And Dave, you bring up a great point, and Tanner, need the game plan, fast pace, wear them out on a short week. So the game plan offensively is going to be different than what we've seen, especially in the red zone. This game is all going to come down to the red zone for me. And Sean is spending a ton of time on that. I assume VJ is as well, because I don't think he's planning on a bunch of 3-and-outs for the Buffalo Bills. Now, no one's better in the NFL than Bo Nix converting third downs and getting touchdowns on third down. He's number one in the league. 92 times he's done that. So this game will be played a lot between the 20s, but there's going to be a lot of ball movement between those two. If we can score touchdowns and hold them to field goals, it's going to go a long ways to winning. And we got a bunch of chats here. I'm going to get to every one of them, I promise you. But before I do, David, let's take care of a little quick business, and then we can get down to business and get to our predictions, keys to the game, and all the chat who's on fire tonight. So let's get this in the rear view.
Mike, you're the man.
I know.
Thank you for having me on.
That's what my wife said last night.
Guys, David Talks Broncos brought to you by Kalshi, baby. #1 sports prediction market in America. Use the code DTB for a $10 bonus when you deposit $10. Links in the description. Okay, again, sign up. Just use that code DTB. You don't even have to deposit right away. Helps me out. But when you're ready, that bonus, that $10 bonus is on your way. And right now, okay, you could have gotten in a little bit more or a little bit better when the Broncos weren't favored to win this game just a few days ago on Kalshi at like 45% or so. It's around when I got in. Now, Denver's at 52%, so still great odds to where you can, make some great cash if the Broncos are able to pull it off, or if you're a Buffalo fan and like those odds right now at 48%. Get on Kalshi. They're the flagship sponsor of the channel, and have fun with this. The Super Bowl props are also awesome, by the way, and the college football playoff props. So, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Kalshi. Let's have some fun with it this weekend.
Yeah, that sounds great. And also, all of you guys out here watching tonight, we just want to thank you guys for being with us all year. It's been a heck of a season, and we've enjoyed every minute of it. We like nothing more than coming on here and talking ball with you guys. I just can't put into words how much we appreciate all of you each and every week showing out in the chat, subscribing. If you're new to either of our channels, please like and subscribe. There's some weird YouTube algorithm that every time one of you guys hits a like or a subscribe, YouTube thinks, hey, maybe somebody else would like this show. And then they send it out and put it in front of other people, because there's over 1 million new videos that come out a day on YouTube. And you need something to to separate the chaff, so to speak, or the chafe. All right, let's get into these comments a little bit. You guys have done a wonderful job, and I think we need to address some of these. First of all, we'll go back to this a little bit, the game plan. Wearing them out on a short week, double that with the altitude, David. This is a recipe for, first of all, the Broncos are going to need to run the ball to really wear them out and sustain drives. If they do that, that altitude is no joke. When you've been gone for a little while from home and you come back to Colorado, it already hits you. It hits you so hard. And even though these are world-class athletes, playing a football game up there is no joke. Weather doesn't look like it's going to be that great. I don't know if that favors the Bills, maybe a little bit with Josh Allen's arm, but the altitude and the short week, big effect here.
Yes. Do you think we might start out with some no huddle? That would be kind of interesting, just to see if we can get them winded early on.
I would not be surprised if Sean does a Shanahan and scripts 15 plays of no huddle-ish type stuff. Depending on the look he gets coming right out of it, he will go with it or he'll change it. If we go 3-and-out and punt, he might abandon all that and just do something completely different. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Eli comes in, says, you mentioned 13 days to get ready for the opponent. How concerned are you guys about rust? We hit on that earlier, David, but I'm not sure if rust is the right word with these guys. They have been, so just so you know, Eli, the Broncos this week have been doing something different. Sean Payton has had number one defense against number one offense all week in practice. That normally does not happen. He wanted the hardest practice, mentally, not so much physically, but he wanted best on best all week during practice. So I'm not too worried about rust. What say you, David?
That's interesting. I mean, I have a little concern about it, and it's more just as the number one seed, everyone says we're frauds. Everyone says we suck. We got to prove everybody wrong. Like that's more so what I'm worried about is just like we got to finish the job. But I'm curious, Mike, like does that mean like Sean Payton has our offense also running like the scout team offense too and like vice versa? I'm that's interesting.
I think it's going to be mostly, I think when we dig farther into it, it's going to be mostly red zone stuff. So they're going to be trying out a lot of new red zone stuff. So the defense will have to react to that. And I also think the defense is going to be doing some new red zone stuff. So it's not necessarily scout team. I mean, let's be honest, there's only so many plays in the NFL. Rarely do you see a play and go, wow, I've never seen that before. There's going to be tendencies, but in the red zone, I think they're so red zone, happy in this practice session that I don't know that how much they. And how do you scout Josh Allen? Like, how do you do a scout team, Josh Allen?
Paxton Lynch is down the road.
Is he down the road? Could he do it?
Playing for that arena team, yeah. You bring him in.
Yeah, I think having Greenlaw back, I'd be surprised if Greenlaw. And I'm still curious to see if Singleton or Sternad gets most of the look there at linebacker. That scares me a little bit. We'll see. I'm guessing they'll just use Singleton and Greenlaw, and then Sternad will come in and make some plays. But I kind of forgot where I was going with that. But I think it's hard to practice for what Josh Allen's going to give them. But I think they might try and spy him a little bit with Greenlaw. To try and neutralize that, because Greenlaw can kind of do Cooks and Josh at the same time, right? So if he hands it off, it's his job to pound James Cook in the mouth, and if he doesn't hand it off, it's his job to get Josh Allen in the mouth. So having him back probably is one of our biggest boosts for this game.
If we didn't have him, I would be much more worried than I am
Terrified.
right now. This is why you brought Dre Greenlaw in. It's for a game like this. And that's
Andrew
right, A.T.
Fonda.
Perry. A.T. Perry, scout team, quarterback. We also need to just activate him for the red zone this week. Maybe the Bills aren't prepared for having a 6'5" weapon out there in the red zone.
Nobody's prepared for A.T. Perry. Bills Mafia thinks it's light. Denver Broncos for life 303. Maybe. I don't know what they think, but I think that they better not think that, or they're going to get a taste of Mile High Magic. Greg says, I believe the Broncos are going to shock the world. Would this win be a shock to the world?
I think to everybody outside of Broncos country. I mean, I did a short on that earlier this week. Like, I mean, now you're kind of seeing the sports books and stuff like that starting to favor Denver as the week goes on. And people kind of dive into this a little bit more. But I think in general, just kind of NFL fans outside of Denver, the greater media, they, I understand. We haven't proven anything in the playoffs in this era. Like I can understand, why. But I feel like most casual, normal NFL fans expect the Broncos to lose this game. And we need to shut them up. Again, this could be a legacy-defining starting game for Bo Nix, because you outduel Josh Allen. The agendas begin.
Yeah, and Broncos on defense, again, going up against Josh Allen and James Cook. I mean, this is the biggest question for me. Top 5 offense versus a top 5 defense. And the Bills are going to run 22 personnel a lot. They're going to run that heavy 6 O-line They're going to try that a lot like they did last year. Don't forget, they're out most of their wide receiver group. So if they don't try and do a run first game, could be a long day for them. They're going to need to establish the run, I think, to beat the Broncos. And
I wonder how often we stay in nickel, because Jahdae Barron could be kind of an X factor with that.
I'm still waiting for him to be an X factor.
What I'm saying is this is the game that he could be an X factor, because I think you'd rather have him out there if you're wanting to stay in nickel a little bit more, but they're going to be in 22. You don't want McMillan out there.
No, you could keep McMillan out there and pull Singleton in and have Jahdae Barron on one of the tight ends. The problem with that is what scares me is Shakir. Shakir is shifty and quick, and he had like 12 targets with 12 catches last week. Like, if we need to shut anybody down, we need to shut him down. But tackling is going to be huge in this game. You remember against the Jags game and Moss missing tackles. Like, this is not the game to be missing tackles. I think the plays are going to be there to make. The Broncos are just going to need to make them. Is Sean McDermott coaching for his job? He certainly was last week. I would say now he is not. What are your thoughts on it? You think he's still coaching for his job?
I could see Buffalo moving on from him. I mean, man, there's some other good coaches available now. I guess Mike Tomlin has to sit out this week if you work a trade out with the Steelers. Do they even want Mike Tomlin? Man, I don't even know. But I still feel like there's some good coaches. And also, people forget, Vance Joseph is coaching for a possible head coach job, man. His stock only goes up if you beat a team like Buffalo, man. That's how I see it.
Well, I think all the defensive coaches' stock will go up if we shut the Bills down. Josh Allen has been sacked 40 times this season, most times in his career. He's a hard quarterback to sack normally. I think what I'm seeing there, he's probably trying to buy a lot of time because his receivers aren't getting open. They're not going to get open a lot in this game with our defensive backfield. Brandon Allen aside, if PJ Locke can just keep being okay at safety, the rest of our defensive backs should be able to contain what's left of their wide receiver group. And now Josh has not come up against a team like this. 68 sacks on the season for this Denver Broncos defense. This is the way you beat Josh Allen. Zach Allen, 7 sacks from the middle. And then JFM with 7.5 sacks coming up from the middle, getting in his face, and then turning left or right and seeing nothing but 14 sack Benito, 8 sack Cooper. This could be a game that the defense could actually win a game for us in the playoffs, a la 2015, with the Cam Newton is going to run the ball all over us, number 1 offense in the world. This would be a good time for this defense to come in and actually make a difference in this game. Pass rush.
Yes. How about a strip sack, man? Can we get some turnover? Please. If we win the turnover battle, man, I think we win this game. Now, this is a great opportunity for PJ Locke to redeem himself. Now, yes, he was barbecue chicken at the end of last season and this game against the Bills. But do not forget, the man was playing with a broken back. We had no idea. And even though, okay, he's not looking to the level.
Which one? Because we had 2 players playing with a broken back last year.
Oh, yeah. We had Bo Nix also
was playing with a broken back in that game.
He did not have a spinal fusion surgery. That was only PJ Locke. And, I think that he's looked better than expected, I think, filling in for Brandon Jones.
Brandon Allen. Mm-hmm.
Brandon Jones. Brandon Allen's backup quarterback.
Shows you how old I am.
Yeah, he actually.
Good thing I didn't say Drew Lock earlier.
Brandon Allen. But anyways, PJ Locke, I'm a little worried about, but I would be much more worried about if we were going to have Devin Key back there, and it seems like we're going to get PJ Locke.
Yeah, if you're going to be missing somebody on defense as solid a player as Brandon Jones has been, this is not the worst position to have out in this game in particular. Hufanga is way more important, as is Greenlaw in this game. And then getting our healthy D line back is huge. The cornerbacks are healthy. Now, is Moss going to get DPIs like crazy in
Find
critical
them. I'm
times?
targeting them all game.
They're gonna target him and see if he gets to see if they get the DPI. Now, is it Carl Jeffers and his and a crew? I believe it is. And this is now we are the home team, and the Broncos do pretty well against this with this crew. I don't see them being real penalty happy. I think the NFL sent out a quiet reminder to the refs that they don't want refs winning or losing playoff games for any teams this year. Now, that might bode well for Riley Moss this year, because if they can start doing that, we're going to get them in 3rd and long, 3rd and 14, and then they just throw it up and Moss gets a DPI is going to be a killer.
You know, now that the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, they're just giving the memo. Everybody gets the same whistle. Is that the memo from the NFL?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but maybe.
I'm fine with that. Just
send all the
call
memos.
It consistently. Just call it consistently.
Just call it
please.
Consistently, both sides. Flop Allen is going to be seeing ghosts like he did against the Falcons and Texans. So I don't know if and maybe he did, but I do like the comparison to the Falcons game and the Texans game. Zach said it the other night on the show. David, I don't know if you remember. He was talking about how the Bills have struggled against teams that play similar type of defense against them. He did struggle against the Falcons and the Texans this year, and we will attack him in that same way. So, yeah, great comment. Marnikist 02, new name for me. David, is he one of your guys? Welcome to the show. If not, man, thank you so much for coming in. I hope to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I feel like I've gotten some new subscribers this week. So
I'm seeing, man, I've gotten like 100 new subscribers this week. It's crazy. Thank you so much, everybody. Just going through the roof. Remember, I told you this year my goal was 1,500 subscribers by the end of the season. I'm at 18 whatever now. It's like all bets are off. Speaking of bets, Eli comes back in. Damn, I was hoping the public would be betting the Bills. I think it's kind of a coin toss game for a lot of the country. I was surprised to see, we kind of touched on this earlier, but initially it's like, well, yeah, the Bills are going to win this game. I mean, Superman, Bills, they got all this experience. They got this, that. And then everybody takes a deep breath and they're like, have we forgotten how good the Broncos are? Because that's what happens, right? Like, you see them beat the Jags and everybody's on the Bills, man. These guys, it's destiny. It's Josh's year. It's all this stuff. And then you go, all right, a week later, you're like, okay, so who do they play? Oh, yeah, the Broncos in Denver, the 14-3 Broncos, who have found ways to win every type of game. Not so fast, everybody. Hang on to your money. Think about it. We're not a betting show. But we do have odds for you. Did you put up what the odds were on Kalshi and all that? Did you hit that? Because I'd be curious to see, where it's at right now. While I call out a few more of these comments, of course, one of my favorite dudes, Jay Weaver. Guys, get to Orange and Blue Network and check out Jay and his crew over there. They do a great job. And he always comes in and reposts our stream. One thing I love about our community, David, is the way that we have all these different shows that are just great, and we all support each other. So that's wonderful to see. Jay says, got to cover their tight ends this week. Jay, that should be an evergreen comment. We have to do that every single week. The middle of the field will be where this game is decided. Well, I hope not, because that's where Bo struggles, is the middle of the field. Passing in the middle of the field, has not been, especially beyond 10 yards, has not been real good for him this year. I think it's going to be on the perimeters, but we'll see. Don't forget, we got Greenlaw and Hufanga hovering around the middle of the field. Hopefully, we'll make it difficult for him. And then, of course, the obligatory A.T. Perry, the scout team QB, just for David.
Thank you.
Tanner, come on, man. Don't feed him that. It's terrible. What do you got for odds over there on the Broncos on
Well,
Cal
first
Sheet?
off, I gotta say, Sean Payton, unblock me. Unblock me for my A.T. Perry agenda. That is just so rude. I didn't think you were that soft. Come on now, man. I didn't think it was that soft. But
Do you think Sean blocked you?
Yes. He did block me.
You think his daughter blocked you or his...
I think Sean, because I put out a video. It said Sean Payton screws over A.T. Perry by signing Elijah Moore to the Broncos practice squad.
I blocked you too. Although I was happy with the Elijah Moore signing.
Come on, man. Are you not?
We sign these guys and then we never
headline?
see them. I'm with you, but now's not the time, David.
Well, I mean,
now's not the time.
2 months ago.
Look, man, Court's healthy. He's got over 1,000 yards receiving. He ain't dropping any balls tomorrow. Well, except for the first one you throw to him, and he's going to catch everything else. Yeah. Franklin's come on. Look, 2 wide receivers for the Broncos have over 65 catches. You know when the last time that was? 2015. You got Mims, and guess who's back? I'll give you one guess. Number 13 is coming back. The best hands on the team.
Yes.
Now's not the week to be worried about our 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th wide receivers. We've got the guys this week to get it done.
And that's why, segue, get my teacher's ruler out here. This is why Broncos fans and NFL fans are smart on the betting lines, because on Kalshi, which is all peer-to-peer, they have the Broncos at -2.5.
Okay.
Traditional sports books, now if you're looking to bet the underdog, maybe not your sort of thing, but traditional sports books right now have the Broncos at -1.5.
Oh,
interesting. The ESPN predictor meter, I've been kind of watching it this week. Yeah. It's kind of been teetering between 50 and 51% the last day or so in favor of the Broncos.
Yeah.
Right now it's at 50.7%.
It's a coin toss game, man. It really is.
I do see it. Josh Allen's that good. He's that good.
He is. T. Fish is our guy, finally shows up. Where you been, man? We've been waiting. It's simple. If we can't stop the run and our guys drop more than 4 passes, we probably lose. Last year, it was the Bills' game to lose. This year, it's ours. I think we get it done. I think the Broncos have a bit. I kind of disagree with this. I don't think it's ours to lose. I think the Broncos do have a bit of an underdog mentality in that locker room. Like, they're going to show the world, the Bills are the big dogs. Let's be honest. You could argue that they're the best team left in the AFC. I don't believe that. I think the Broncos are the best team. They certainly have the best roster. It's that darn Josh Allen factor that just, kind of gives me that little bit of doubt. Somebody's story ends this weekend. That's what I titled this. I'm going to tell you who that is in just a minute. Some of you aren't going to like it. Sorry, Tanner. Locke was a problem against the Bills last year. Yeah, they're not going to move Barron to safety for this game. It's too late for that. It's also a big position change. Too much. You have to, physically, he'd be great at it. But the communication between who takes what, who picks him up where, and what coverage is just, you wouldn't believe. There's a whole book on it. It's just too late to make that. You have to do that kind of stuff in the offseason. But I do like the comment. Did you want to have anything on that, David?
No, just
all right.
No.
Because I'm right, and you don't need to. Everything I say is right, and then David just gets a nod. McDaniel's job, McD. You're talking about Josh McDaniel?
No, talking about a McDermott.
McDermott job is secure and was secure before the season started. Spin 0481. Welcome to the show. Guessing Bills fan, so he would probably know a little bit more. I'm not sure. I don't know that I recognize that. Yeah, anything can change. It's the NFL. I've seen people get fired that were a little bit surprising. John Harbaugh notwithstanding. They're not switching coaches and GF and general manager before the opening of the new stadium. Okay.
Well, hey, I got a question about this. I mean, I know there might have been some more politics involved in Denver, right? But I mean, you saw Dan Reeves get fired, Wade Phillips, whatever. But then Mike Shanahan comes back
John
and coaches
Fox.
the team. You know, hey, I mean, are you saying like if they don't blow this game, is there some possibility that people would want to see Brian Daboll back in Buffalo? I have no idea, but I would be interested in it.
Sean McDermott's a defensive coach, and I think that there might be some people in Buffalo that would like to see an offensive coach. I don't know. I always lean towards offense because I'm an offensive guy. I'm offensive, apparently. I heard that from HR a couple weeks ago, but I meant like on the field. Key would be an issue. Do you mean our
Devin Key,
all-pro special teamer?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he's like redeemed himself. Maybe he is better than PJ Locke now. Yeah.
Spins back. If Denver can stop the run and win the turnover battle, that is the best path to victory. Agreed 100%. The Broncos are -3 in turnover differential this year, David. The only team to ever win a Super Bowl with a negative turnover differential was the 2021 Rams. Can be done, but it's only -3. So that's mostly about, first of all, it's a lot of dropped interceptions. They haven't created a lot of fumbles, and when they did, they didn't bounce our way. This might be the week that changes, David.
Dude, watch Alex Singleton come up with some like game-changing turnover.
I'll have no Alex Singleton slander on this show.
We better have Alex Singleton on so I can apologize to him straight to his face.
I'll bring him on after the season's over. We'll do that.
Yes.
We need Locke to have his best game. Yeah, he's gonna have to play well, no doubt. Saints fan, I think your skill players on offense are not that good, but Bo Nix, Sean Payton make them look good. That's what coaches do. So let's see this game, how they do. Well, I think the wide receivers are going to have a tough go at it. I think Bo could have a tough go at it, Saints fan. The Buffalo Bills have pretty much the best pass defense in the league. So it's going to be tough sledding out there. So we don't care how it looks here in Denver.
No, we're like that dependable Toyota, man.
Right.
We just get the job done.
Camry. You go out, you turn the key, it starts, it wins, and you go home at the end of the day, and it's a success.
We're like that South Park meme too. You know, I ain't hear no bell. You know, we are dependable. We won't go down. We just get the job done. Doesn't matter how it looks.
This is one of your guys, Vic, right? Is it Vic?
Yeah, Vic Cheen or Vic. I just call him Vic.
Vic coming in. Thanks, buddy. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I'm going to be sad because I see your name a lot. Vic, we've only allowed one 100-yard rusher. Hold Cook under 100 and we win. Now, Cook has 9 games over 100 yards this season. We have not allowed, I think we allowed one. I think it was Taylor at the beginning of the season.
The worst game.
But we're averaging about 75 yards. I think we're averaging less than that, but nobody's gotten more than 75 yards against us since that game, which was the Colts game, which was either our second or third game. I think it was our third game of the year. So I'm not seeing Cook get 100 yards. If he does, we're going to be in trouble.
If he does, we lose. If we does, that's as simple as that.
Yep, I agree. Be a tough win without it. What's up, Cake? Saying, hey, y'all. Spin back in. Wow, we got a lot of comments. I'm going to try and get through these. Where'd you go? Denver struggled against Bills jumbo sets last year. Bills O-line has size advantage. They do, and they will use the jumbo set along with the aforementioned.
We got to be fast. We got to be faster. We got to be stronger, even though they got the size. This is Dre Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga. These guys are going to earn, if they haven't already. Well, Talanoa has. Earn their paycheck this game. They have to.
If they pick Josh Allen up and start carrying him down the field, and I don't see one of our guys drop down and take everybody's legs out from under him, I'm gonna absolutely go ballistic. Every time I see that, you watch them, they pick up a guy and you got 7 people around him and 7 other people around him, and they're just like marching down the field, stepping, and there's no stopping that from up here. Somebody's got to get down and they just all fall over. Like, it's that simple. You can't see your feet. You don't know where they are. You just get them to the ground.
Were we
That
missing
scares me a
DJ
little bit.
Jones in the wild card game last year?
What's that?
Were we missing DJ Jones in this game last year?
We were missing a lot of players last year.
I think we were.
DJ
I
was
want to
one of
say I
them.
think we were, but he's
Mhm.
got that low leverage that could help.
They're gonna do some sneaks. They're gonna do some tush pushes on the 3rd and shorts. Those don't bother me, but in the red zone, if they do that crap from the 7-yard line and get in with that, I'm gonna go ballistic. They need to have a plan to stop that. New here, shout out from Kansas, Denver Broncos for life, 5280. Keith Dannenbaum, welcome to the show, buddy. It's great to see you. Everybody in the chat, welcome.
A cool picture.
Keith.
He's got Bo Nix sitting on Patrick Mahomes. Looks like
A
another
bunch of
Patrick
dead
Mahomes.
bodies or something.
Man, all these guys, all these skulls.
I should
That's a
make
cool
my
photo.
screen bigger so I can see that. I'll check it out later. Keith, I hope you subscribe to both shows here. We'd love to have you back. David responding to some of you guys. Thank Keith. Love it. Okay, Bill secondary is beat up too. Yeah, Harrison is out and Poyer is out. Their safety. So big
Maybe
help.
Evan Ingram can be part of the game plan this week. Wouldn't that be nice?
I see a lot of people blaming Evan Ingram for his lack of productivity, but it is not Evan's fault. He literally has one of the widest margin of what do they call it, space separation in the league, and they're just not going to him. They're not game planning it. I would love to see him go off for 100 yards and a couple touchdowns. Now, I don't know about red zone, but I think those opportunities will be there. They also have a really good linebacker too. You got to watch out for some of these guys. And that was it Russo. They got somebody that is it a Bosa or a?
They do have Joey Bosa out there.
Joey Bosa. Those, yeah. So, yeah, be a good time for a tight end to get hot.
It would be. Yeah,
chip him and then head out and just get 7 yards. 2nd and 3s sound like a winning formula to me. You know what I'm saying?
Can what's his face still be activated? Our 42-year-old tight end.
He's got a call up. Did they signed him back on, but he's not coming out. It'll be Troutman. It'll be Evan. And yeah, sorry, you're not going to see him. You're not going to see Perry. Just
no, we'll see Root Beer getting out there.
Root beer banged up. Vic comes in banged up. Bill's team is not a coin toss game. I'm very confident winning this game. Man, I love it. I love that optimism. We got another one that says we are Super Bowl bound Broncos country. Keith, I love all this stuff. Everybody get your scores in. We're going on 53 minutes. Get your scores in now. I want them on record.
Yes.
We're going to put ours on. You put yours on. Money where your mouth is, so we can all get on record here. Now, here's what I want to ask you, David, though. I'm seeing these. It's not a coin toss game. We're Super Bowl bound. So 1 to 10, before we give our picks, just your general gut feeling. Now, I know you better than most of these people do, so I can guess. Yes. In fact, I'm going to write down this number with my imaginary pen because I don't have it, but I have a number in mind. If 1 is we're going to lose and 10 is absolutely this game is ours, we're going to win. 1 to 10, 5 is a coin toss. Where are you at? 1 to 10 on a scale on winning this game for the Broncos?
I'm at an 8.
All right, explain that to me. Why are you so confident? What does your confidence stem from? Is it from all the stuff we talked about, or are there any 1 or 2 things that just says this is it for you?
I think we're a team of destiny this year, Mike.
Oh, we're going to go existential. I like it.
As the season has gone on, from being all right, we're good to like, okay, we're pretty good. Actually, you know what? This team can win the Super Bowl. Remember, we've been talking for the past 2 months or so about how this team can win the Super Bowl. I still believe this team can win the Super Bowl. So we got home field advantage. Like, yeah, if
That's
we don't
one.
win this game, it's because we just didn't execute. But we should be able to win this game. Again, like, I don't think that there's a talent discrepancy like there was last year. Like, I think we're the better team, and I think we can win this game.
I like it. That's a good reason to be. You got home field advantage. You've got a better roster. I don't think that's arguable. I think they have the better quarterback. Let's be honest.
Yes.
I love Bo. I wouldn't trade Bo for anybody personally. I love him. I love having a second-year quarterback. Once I claim you as my quarterback, you're my guy. And I honestly feel that way. Like, no, don't give me Patrick Mahomes. Don't give me Josh Allen. I love you guys as opponents. I don't love Patrick Mahomes in any form or fashion, but I appreciate him. I love Josh Allen. I love the way he plays, but I wouldn't trade him. Bo Nix is our guy. I love a homegrown quarterback that is ours. Dude, we could be watching this guy for the next 16 years, man.
Yes.
Like, embrace it. So those are great reasons. We're going to give you our score predictions. I mean, I'm still not seeing all your guys. Who do you guys have as your X factors in this game? Top 3, and top 3. Come on, Keith. I'm going to tell you my X factor on defense is going to be Jaquan McMillan.
Okay.
I think I know what I expect from everybody else. What I don't know what I'm going to get from Jaquan. Is he going to blitz? Is he going to sack Josh? Is he going to pick off a pass? Are they going to put him on Shakir in the slot? Like, he is an X factor to me. I think he's going to tackle well. I think he's going to shut down some of what they're trying to do. If he has a good game, it would not shock me. And then on offense, my X factor has got to be in this game. I know it sounds weird. I think it's Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix putting on his little Superman cape and running the ball, 20-yard clips, seeing a 5-yard completion versus maybe just running it. That's what I want to see. David, what do you think? X factor
on defense. It's a toss-up between 2 players.
Let me guess. Greenlaw, Hufanga. Hufanga's got to be one.
No, I see kind of the X factor is like a guy that needs to step up and have a good game that like doesn't always necessarily have good games. That's kind of how I see it. Sorry, maybe we're interpreting this question differently.
Probably, but go ahead.
Yeah,
because I don't know how Keith, I don't know how he defines it.
If Riley Moss has a good game, I think we win.
Riley Moss.
Yeah, if he's not allowing
penalized every 5 seconds.
Yeah, if he's not allowing the Bills to extend all their drives, I think we win. On offense, going back to red zone, RJ Harvey.
Mm-hmm. That'd be my second choice.
He's got to score.
Yep. Keith's got his as Bryant, Bonito, Greenlaw. Those are great picks. Bonito needs to show up. He and his 14 sacks. He needs to get 3 sacks in this game and a bunch of pressures. I agree with that. Vic says 80-20 game. I like that. Wow. Josh's wife knows. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Was that the picture that I saw of Josh's wife at the Broncos game, dabbing in a Broncos shirt?
Yes, that's right.
Wow, we got a lot of okay. Chat. What we're gonna do? We're gonna get through this. Here we go. Thumbs up. We got Dable's mixed bag for Bills fans. Okay, there are fans that want McDermott gone for the past couple of years, but Pagulas is not firing him. Good to know. Appreciate that. Let's see. I agree. More interceptions. Boy, we could use some, and I think this is a game where we're going to get a pick or two. I really do. We need to get reverting back to the mean. Like we've been right there and just not getting them. Vic 5-6 and a pick. Love that. 5 sacks and a pick. Brett Hilber's my guy. Crazy to me that a lot of lines have the game at a coin flip when the Broncos are at home. If the game were at a neutral site, we'd presumably dip lower than 50%. Seems insecure, but I might be coping. Brett Hilbers is a scientist, for those of you who don't know, so you can trust him with everything, including your daughter. So if you want to know who Brett, Hilbers is, as you know, could be my future son-in-law. You don't know. If Denver has success running the ball with abandon for no, will they abandon for no reason like everyone tends to do for some reason against the Bills? Sean will definitely do that. And it'll be an actual heartbreak. Good call on that. If you don't know the Broncos very well, not only do I do know that teams tend to abandon the run against the Bills. I think it's their fear of Josh Allen. The Jaguars were running at like 6 yards a clip or something, and they gave up on the run. So, Sean Payton will write in big letters, run the ball, and then forget to run the ball. Shy Vargas, we're coming for them Bills. I hope we are. Bills fan. I love the Bills fans in here. One of the coolest, have you noticed, one of the coolest fan bases that we've dealt with this year?
There's just no nonsense, man.
Yeah.
You know, they got a good football team. They know we got a good football team. Whoops, dropped my ruler. You know, they think that they'll come in here and win, and we think that we'll welcome them in and beat them. So
they should think that.
Yeah.
They should feel that way, and we should feel that way. No doubt about it. Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills, as Chris Berman used to say back in the day. Weston, what is that championship? I like it. Hope that's a Bronco on there. I don't know what that says.
No, it's Chiefs. He's a Chiefs fan. For the Broncos.
Just bull rush the tackles, stack 8 in the box because the Bills have no receivers. I mean, I think that'll be the initial plan. Weston, great comment. We'll see. I think that's definitely going to be the plan. They're going to make Josh win with those receivers. The scary part of that is that we don't defend tight ends very well. So if he starts getting 8 yards a catch with the tight ends, then they'll have to adjust. Superman versus Batman. Josh getting his cape snatched. All right. Superman Spin says Superman needs to go into Josh Allen mode. He certainly will, and late in the second half. Weston, a Chiefs fan. If we can does anybody know a Chargers fan? If you do, I'd like to meet one. But plenty of Chiefs fans around here. I will be watching the game with my uncle, who's a Broncos fan. I am rooting for the Broncos. AFC West represent. That, my friend, is how you do it, Weston. Thank you for coming in on that. Spin back again. No limit in call-ups in the playoffs. You can call anyone out from the practice squad as many times as times a team wants to call a player up. I did not know that.
Great.
So there's your A.T. Perry. Well, no, he hasn't been called up. So sorry, David.
Yeah.
I'll get you unblocked though. I got my orange phone.
Yeah, give Sean a ring for me, please.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, it's Carmelini. Hey, I got David on here from. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. We'll talk about that later. All right. He didn't say anything bad about you. He just wanted.
Oh, was he just ripping another?
He was watching some Red Zone stuff.
Another bong rip from Sean Payton. Yeah, you're ripping a massive bong.
Like a lot of key factors, but I believe time of possession is number one. Vic, it's going to be a big one. We talked about that earlier on the show. Tanner, finally, we got some scores coming in. Here we go. Scores. Oh, people following direction. I love this. 17-10 Broncos. What's the over-under on this? About 45? 48 points? Is that what I saw last?
It is over-under is 45.5, yeah.
So I think if you add 10 points to each of those, 27-17, I'd be more inclined.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I got the under. I got the under on this game.
Do you?
Yeah.
Low-scoring game? Hey, with that weather too, it could.
What's the forecast looking like?
Shai says 34-19. That is the biggest. That's a blowout win.
Damn, yeah.
That looks like a Broncos blowout with Josh scoring, and
McDermott gets fired if they lose by 15.
Yeah, McDermott is definitely fired after that. I don't care what Spin says. He'd be gone. Monarch 31-21 Broncos. Let me got my score. I do have my score written down here. Okay. Brett Hilbers 21-17 Broncos. Brett wants me to have a heart attack and hope he's in the will. Vic 30-23 Broncos locking us. So a lot of 7-point wins. 10-point win by Monarchist. I can't even do the math. 15 points from Shy. 10. I don't know. What are you saying?
Maybe his confidence level's 10.
Oh, I got you.
I mean, it should be when you're predicting.
I'm so far behind in the chat. I can't keep up with everybody. I'm going to go through it. Hey, well, Denver Trav, 31-17 Broncos. Denver Trav has a fantastic show on YouTube. If you probably do know who he is because he has a ton of subscribers. Go check him out if you don't. Weston, go Broncos. As a Chiefs fan, I'm watching the game from Michael. I didn't already read that. AFC representative.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Trav, he's an 8. Vic is a 9.9. I thought Vic said, that was Shy that said he was a 10. Weston's a 7.5. Spins a 2. A 2 on your Bills?
That means he thinks the Bills are going to win.
I can't believe your Bills, you're only giving them a 2, Spin. I thought you'd give them at least an 8. Vic says David was on target with something. I need to get a producer when we're this busy. We should win this game. DNVR for life. He's a DNVR fan. That's fine with me. Dario Sanders, welcome to the program, Dario. Respect my gamer. 27-20 Bills. I like that one-score game from a Bill. I'm assuming a Bills fan. Vic, this team's young, hungry. Keep the clock running in the fourth. Don't throw it away. I like that, Jim. Clock management, David, right? I mean, these are two teams that's what they want to do. Somebody's going to time of possession. This might be the most time of possession important game the Broncos have played this year.
Got to stop James Cook, man. Got to stop James Cook. If you do that, you'll win the game, even with Josh Allen making his crazy plays.
Guarasar said Jacksonville thought they had a better roster too. I hope you're talking about in their game against the Bills. He probably
really
is.
Think that. Did we really think that?
No.
Did we all really think the Jaguars had the better roster now? Come on now, man. That
Rams winning it all. We'll get into the NFC side later in the season. Whether we win this game or not, guys, we will be back certainly for the post game, and then we'll be back for the playoffs. We do cover all that. NFC, I think, is depending on who gets through, is the stronger. I think is the stronger conference this year. Nick Bonito and Zach Allen, X factors we're getting to. My gosh, David, what a disservice I've done. We don't normally get this many on the Wednesday show. We don't get this many comments, but since Thursday, we just might have to move the show to Thursday because we're getting so much interaction here.
Yeah.
Anyone want the Broncos autograph, pictures, helmet, footballs, etc.? I'm sure everybody does, Jim. The Jags didn't have Sean Payton and Trevor Lawrence ain't a playoff QB. Well, he's certainly proven that so far. He played not a good game. Heavy personnel 5-2. Tanner, what do you think of a 5-2 formation?
Well, if they're running 6 offensive linemen out there, yeah, we should be doing some of that.
Now, if we get caught, they're going to have to make substitutions. They're not going to be able to stay in that like too long. Hopefully we don't, have to burn a timeout or whatever to get into a heavier, formation to cover that. But that's a game that Sean Payton's probably ready for. I don't know what that means. Oh, playoff. Okay. Zach Allen and Franklin Myers, X factors. Jags had a chance to win. 2 key mistakes cost them. That's for sure. The Broncos have an elite defense, and playing in Denver is a lot different than playing in Jacksonville. Now, truer words have never been spoken. We got facts. Denver altitude is loud. Now that's interesting. Sean Payton came out again, educating the crowd. Did you see that, David? Where he's explaining, mansplaining, coach-splaining that the crowd noise needs to be from the huddle to the snap, not just at the snap. We need to disrupt the huddle.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
They gotta show some PSA videos to remind everybody to be their loudest at the start of that play clock.
That's right.
What we need.
Spin says, but Denver does not have Duval. It's Duval Most. Duval Most made it, but you didn't. What jersey is that? Well, you're about to see it. That is a classic Elway 7 white jersey.
Yeah, from Mitchell and Ness. Pretty sick. Got it for
Christmas. Thanks for coming in, Hitman Broncos. Just let Bo play. I agree with that. I think we covered that earlier. He's going to have to let Bo get going early. Yep, agree with that. Yes, this team does feel like the underdogs. Bills fans aren't nice to us Chiefs fans. Well, you guys have a bit of a history, a more recent history. Denver Broncos for life, John Dutton. Love that. No to something. Spins being okay. Bills tight ends are good. 3 good ones. Yeah, I mean that they've got certainly got 2 good ones. That's going to be one of the keys to the game, and they can block too. So, man, I don't know how I'm going to get through all these. Oh my god.
Yeah, Mike, I'm sorry, man. I got to wrap up here soon.
I know. I was going to say I apologize. I can't get through all this chat. In fact,
this is why you send super chats, guys, to ensure your stuff gets read.
Well, we'll get to that next season. We'll have to. But David, you can sign off. I'll go ahead and finish up. Oh, you can't sign off because probably everybody's in your chat, so I won't be able to see them. Let's end this up. Let's give our score predictions. Everybody else gave theirs. Hydra Ammo, I did want to say hi to you.
Yes.
For coming in. There's Martin again. I'm just trying to see like all our guys. Thanks, Tanner. Weston Chiefs fan, Spin, all you guys coming in, Cake. It's great to see Vic and all you guys, but I can't keep up with the chat tonight. It's just too much. We already went an hour and 15 minutes or whatever, hour and 12 minutes. We normally don't do that. So, look, man, David, tackling. Yes. Got to tackle when we're there. We swarm to the ball. We got to make those tackles. That Parker Washington crap where, Parker Washington, catches the ball 3 yards and then runs it. I mean, we don't want to see any of that this year. We need to keep the Bills in 3rd and long. I'm just looking at my notes here. I think if VJ keeps everything in front of him, we hold him to field goals. Just try and contain the Josh and the run game. Spy on him. Keep Cook under control. I think the story ends. Unfortunately, I mean, even with all that, even saying all that, David, I think this is where the story ends. For the Bills, I think the Broncos win this game 27-23. Another going to have to take a heart pill. Oh, don't even say Buff. Overtime. Don't want to see overtime. Couldn't handle it. That'll just kill me. I'm saying Broncos 27, Bills at home.
Beautiful.
3-point victory. That's how we do it. That's how we roll. May not be pretty, but we don't care. David, what do you got? I know you got the Broncos winning. What's your score? And any final thoughts to
the
all
under,
these guys?
The under.
Like the under.
24-20. So
24-20?
Yeah, 24-20. I got it being a 1-possession win. Look, there are coaches that just win big games.
Yeah.
The only time they don't win big games is when it's taken from them by the refs. Okay. But we're past Bounty Gate. Hopefully. Got to be past Bounty Gate.
I mean, can we please let that go?
Yeah.
Stop
please.
hating on Sean Payton.
Everybody was doing Bounty Gate. What are we talking about? Okay.
Yeah. Ancient history.
Yeah, but there are some franchises that win Super Bowls and win big games, and then there are just some that are just destined for not doing that. And this is another one of those stories.
I'm going to go a different direction. I don't talk about destiny or this is his year. If I believed in all that stuff, I think it would be Josh Allen. I don't. I think these players don't do that. I think they go out on the field and they play. I think Denver at home, an earlier game, which hurts the Bills even more because they've got travel day, they've got rest day. They've only had a couple days really at the end of the day to prepare for this game. I think that gives the Broncos enough of an edge. I know the Bills are injured too. I don't like talking about injuries too much, but this isn't their full team. I think it'd be a great win for them if they get it, but I don't see it happening. I do think the Broncos will hold on and win this game by 3. I know I said the other night it would be that we were going to, on the bold prediction after the games last week, and I said that we were going to win. It was going to be more than it wasn't going to be a single score game like they all are. I think it probably will be. I just don't see being able to contain them all the way to the end. So Broncos win. David says the same. Be sure and check out David's Discord, DTB. Sign up, $2 a month. It's worth it. We're all in there. A lot of the content providers and shows that you watch, all those guys are in there too. So you get to hang out with them and pick their brains and stuff. David, anything else before we get out of here?
Gonna be back on with Strez tonight at 8 p.m. Mountain Time with his new channel rebrand is Pro Football Hub.
Yes.
So we'll be talking about this game. But yeah, Mike, Thursdays might be good to try next time too. This was really freaking awesome.
It was fun, and it all goes out to the chat. Hundreds of you watching on this right now.
Wow.
Just wonderful to see. Like 400, 389 now.
Good
I
Lord.
think that's a good
Lord.
peak.
Sean Payton, you're gonna have to unblock.
Sean's gonna have to unblock it. I know Sean watches this show. I know that I called him. He was in a meeting, and I apologize for that. Everybody in the chat, can't thank you guys enough. We are going to see you now. David will see you tonight. We will see you all Saturday after the game on the fastest growing and sometimes biggest post-game show in Broncos country. We will all be there for David. You look like you're about to say something.
No,
you're just so excited to get off so that you can go eat and get ready to come back on. I'm going to get us out of here. Thanks again for watching. Go Broncos. Thanks for all the Bills guys coming in. We'll see you Saturday afternoon.
Go Broncos.